Interview 1.
Welcome to Global Food Adventures. Today, we're talking about the rise of culinary tourism with Miss Sarah, a food tour guide who has been leading tour around the world. Miss Sarah, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. It's great to be here.
Culinary tourism seems to be gaining popularity. Can you explain what it is and why it's becoming so popular?
Sure, culinary tourism is when people travel specifically to experience the food of a particular place. They might be interested in trying traditional dishes, learning how to cook local recipes, or visiting markets to see where the ingredients come from. Food has always been a central part of culture, and as people become more interested in global experiences, they're looking to explore cultures through their cuisine. It's becoming popular because it offers a unique way to connect with a destination through taste, smell, and the act of sharing a meal.
That sounds wonderful. What kinds of activities can people expect on a culinary tour?
Culinary tour vary depending on the location, but typically, participants might visit local markets, meet with chefs, and take cooking classes. In Italy, for example, a tour might include a visit to a vineyard, a cheese-making workshop, and a pasta cooking class. In Southeast Asia, people might explore bustling street food markets or learn to make traditional dishes like pho or pad thai. It's not just about eating, it's about learning the history and culture behind the food.
Do you think culinary tourism will continue to grow in the coming years?
Definitely, as more people look for authentic and immersive travel experiences, I think culinary tourism will only continue to grow. Food is something that brings people together, and by exploring different cuisines, travelers can gain a deeper appreciation for the cultures they're visiting. Plus, with social media, people love sharing photos and stories from their culinary adventures, which inspires others to do the same. Interview 2.
Welcome to Eco Living. Today, we're discussing the environmental impact of fast fashion with Mr. John, an environmental scientist. Mr. John, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me. It's great to be here.
We hear a lot about fast fashion these days. Can you explain what fast fashion is and why it's problematic for the environment?
Fast fashion refers to clothing that is produced quickly and cheaply to meet the latest trends. Because it's so inexpensive, people buy more clothes than they need and often discard them after wearing them only a few times. This leads to a lot of waste, both in terms of the clothing itself and the resources used to produce it. The textile industry is one of the biggest contributors to environmental pollution, using large amounts of water and chemicals and producing a significant amount of greenhouse gases. Fast fashion encourages a cycle of overproduction and overconsumption, which has serious consequences for the planet.
That sounds concerning. Are there any solutions to this problem?
Yes, there are several ways we can address the impact of fast fashion. One solution is to focus on sustainable fashion, which emphasizes using eco-friendly materials and ethical production methods. Consumers can also play a role by buying fewer clothes, choosing quality over quantity, and supporting brands that prioritize sustainability. Another approach is to extend the life of clothing by buying secondhand items or recycling clothes rather than throwing them away. It's also important for governments to regulate the fashion industry to reduce its environmental impact.
Do you think we're seeing a shift in consumer behavior when it comes to fashion?
Yes, I think more people are becoming aware of the impact their clothing choices have on the environment. We're seeing a growing interest in slow fashion, which encourages buying high-quality, long-lasting clothing rather than following the latest trends. It's a positive sign, but we still have a long way to go in terms of making the fashion industry more sustainable.
Interview 3.
Welcome to Health and Wellness Today. We're talking about the benefits of pet ownership for mental health with Dr. Emily, a psychologist who specializes in animal-assisted therapy. Dr. Emily, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to discuss this topic.
Many people believe that owning a pet can improve their mental health. Can you explain how that works?
Absolutely. Owning a pet, whether it's a dog, cat, or even a smaller animal like a rabbit, can have a positive effect on mental well-being. Pets provide companionship, which can reduce feelings of loneliness and isolation. They also offer unconditional love, which can be a great comfort during stressful times. Studies have shown that interacting with pets can lower levels of cortisol, a stress hormone, and increase levels of oxytocin, a hormone that promotes feelings of happiness and connection. In addition, taking care of a pet gives people a sense of purpose and routine, which can be especially helpful for those dealing with anxiety or depression.
That's very interesting. Are there other specific benefits to pet ownership?
Yes, pets can also encourage physical activity, especially dogs. Walking a dog regularly not only helps the pet stay healthy but also benefits the owner by providing regular exercise and getting them outside in nature. This can help improve mood and reduce symptoms of depression. Pets can also provide a sense of security and emotional support, especially for people who live alone. In some cases, animals are even used in therapy to help patients with mental health conditions, as their presence can create a calming and supportive environment.
Do you think more people will start adopting pets for mental health reasons?
I believe so. With the increased awareness of the benefits of pet ownership for mental health, I think we'll see more people adopting pets not just for companionship but also for the positive impact they can have on their emotional well-being. It's important, though, that people understand the responsibility involved in pet ownership and are prepared to care for their pets properly.